Hi, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. I'm Richard Holcomb. Each week, we get up close and personal with the companies that rock New Mexico and take you behind the scenes to get the story behind the story. Today, we'll meet Buck Buckner of Rain Tunnel Car Spas and learn about the science of a shiny, clean car. We'll talk with Joni Griffin of Griffin & Associates, who turns perceptions into facts. We'll spend time with Mark Johnson of Soluna Solar, who's turning northern New Mexico onto the sun in a big way. But first, let's get together with Clint Satterfield of BAC Roofing and some real people who have the last roof they'll ever own.
BAC Enterprises stands for Bill and Clint. My father and I, we're general contractors. The name was changed in 1983. Before that, it was Satterfield Construction, and my father had been a general contractor since 1968. The difference between BAC Enterprises and everyone else is the quality of our installs. We care what the product looks like, how the product performs. We don't want to ever have to see you again except for to thank you for referring us to another customer.
Every time I meet someone at a luncheon or dinner and their problems come up about their roof, they get a full BAC sales pitch. Because what is there not to sell about BAC when it's professionally done, lifetime warranty, transferable. We bought this house new in '04, and from day one we had roof leaks. The builder and the roofer and most all the subs went bankrupt. So I got on the internet and that's how I found BAC. I then called for an appointment in Albuquerque, talked to Bill, the sales manager. He came out. We made the appointment. He was very professional. He gave us a quote on the spot after he went up and measured, naturally, the roof. And we knew from then on we'd made the right decision, and their crew that came out right on time was very professional.
Well, having been in real estate, I knew without a doubt how important it is to have a warranty for a buyer. The customer only wants what they ordered. And I find that so true of dealing with BAC.
I like to go into homes and meet people and talk to them one-on-one. But we'll sit down at the kitchen table, find out about them, see who they are, and what their needs are.
I get to talk to numerous people. I love having one-on-one conversations with them. And I tell people this all the time. We go out and correct the sins of the past, if you will. We go out and fix roofs that were done wrong.
We had a membrane roof for nearly 10 years. Actually, we were 3 months short of the 10th anniversary. It had leaked from day one. The other company was out probably 4 times a year to repair the leaks. 2 years ago, we had a major leak, and it caused about $8,000 worth of damage. We heard about BAC through Angie's List. They arrived on schedule. Actually, they arrived about 5 minutes ahead of time and waited outside the gate, which was really kind of impressive. Anyway, they were very good, cleaned up everything. There was never a mess. You wouldn't even know they were here. The lifetime warranty means a lot to us. We don't want to put another roof on the house. And we're not exactly spring chickens anymore, so we want to make sure that this lasts for our lifetime anyway.
I think our first job with BAC was the new home we built in '09. I believe that was the first job we did with them. It was new construction, good sized hacienda style home that they came in and did a whole membrane roof on it. We've done a lot of remodel with them since. Basically, when I talk to a person about doing their home, I'll talk to them about different styles of roof that they can use. There's a lot of flat roofs in Santa Fe, as there is in Albuquerque. We've done a few metal and other roofs, but doing flat roofs, you have a couple different choices on what type of roof you're going to use. BAC has basically a lifetime material warranty. I believe it's 15-year transferable on labor and stuff. BAC Roofing, in our experience, has been fabulous for taking care of our business.
Up next, meet one of New Mexico's top spin doctors. Who Rocks is asking you to save the date for the 2013 Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. The most spectacular sights and sounds that you'll ever see. And to get you ready for this year's Balloon Fiesta, Who Rocks New Mexico is going to share highlights of last year's event. Enjoy. The Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta is the biggest and best gathering of balloons anywhere on this planet. And best of all, you can be part of it. For 9 days every October, the crisp, clear desert skies are painted with a kaleidoscope of color as hundreds of balloons lift off from Albuquerque's Balloon Fiesta Park.
It is just incredible.
Love Balloon Fiesta.
It's just amazing.
I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Balloon Fiesta is an amazingly diverse event that brings together huge numbers of balloons and pilots from all over the world.
I'm from Croatia.
I'm coming from Belgium.
This is my first time here in Albuquerque and also in America.
Russian pilot of gas balloon.
Mass ascensions fill the sky with balloons as far as you can see. Special Shapes events where you'll marvel and laugh at the whimsy. Magical night landscapes where you can wander through the glowing balloons and enjoy a fabulous fireworks show. Fall in New Mexico means Balloon Fiesta. Early in the morning, after you've warmed up with a breakfast burrito and a steaming cup of hot chocolate, you can walk right onto the grass field and become part of the action. The Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta will leave you awestruck and wanting more.
It's the best of the best in the region. Albuquerque Business First Fastest Growing Company Awards. Join us for lunch Thursday, July 25th at Hotel Albuquerque. Don't miss your chance to mix and mingle with New Mexico's fastest growing companies based on the percentage of annual growth over a 3-year period. Find out who tops the list and cheer on your favorite fastest growing company. July 25th, 10:30 to 1:30 p.m. at Hotel Albuquerque. To register, go to bizjournals.com/Albuquerque. The best of the best in the region.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
What artists do with a paintbrush, Joni Griffin and her team at Griffin & Associates do with words.
People have a lot of confusion about what public relations is versus advertising, and oftentimes people think they're one and the same, and they're not. Public relations is what we call earned or free media. And so those are the news stories that you read or see or listen to on the radio. Advertising is paid space, and they really work hand in glove. Public relations should be a strategy that every business incorporates in their overall marketing plan. So when you are featured in the news media, whether that's an article or it's a blog or you're on TV in a positive light, that gives your company immediate credibility. So an example is the town of Taos. This is a client I'm particularly proud of. We have been doing the tourism marketing for the town for the past 5.5 years. And one of our strategies is that we send out press releases every single week on Taos, nationally and internationally. And what's happened with that is we're averaging now about 500 news stories a month mentioning Taos, some small publications and some very major ones. So Travel and Leisure in their September issue named Taos one of the best winter getaways. And then we send out a press release announcing that, and then that gets picked up by other publications like AOL just did that one. we sent out a press release about how dog-friendly Taos is. And we did some research, and there are more dog-friendly restaurants and hotels per capita than any other city in the United States. So we named Taos the most dog-friendly city in the United States. That got picked up majorly nationally. And so the PR just keeps repeating itself, and Taos now is at the top of all the really fabulous lists, and those lists just keep generating more media and more media and more media and more tourists.
You have to work at containing Joni, not motivating her. So she's a whirlwind. She's always got a new idea and a new direction to go, no matter what your budget is, no matter what your industry. Certainly tourism was not necessarily, when she began, a specialty of hers, but she made it a specialty, and she did incredible work for us.
So another example of a successful PR campaign is here locally, Mesa del Sol, which is a new housing development on the south end of town. Mesa del Sol had a few problems in the beginning. They kicked off with a bang, and then when the housing bust happened, they stalled for 3 years. And then 2011, we came in to take it over again, and the media was like, yeah, whatever. You know, are you really, is it for real? You started and stopped, now you're starting again. Yeah, sure. But we were successful in convincing the media of how successful the development is by once again sending out regular news releases. We did that locally as well as regionally, as well as nationally, and in industry publications. And in the 1 year time that we've had that contract, we've had over 500 stories placed on Mesa del Sol.
We've had phenomenal success in working with Griffin & Associates. Just the amount of public relations, news clips, and print media that we've received has provided a huge return on the investment.
Griffin & Associates was founded in January of 1990. We have 10 people that work here, and the average tenure of our employees is 14 years. So we've all worked together for so long. There is this synergy that happens amongst us where we can practically think each other's thoughts and usually finish each other's sentences. So when we're working on a client project, that creativity, that energy, that family relationship that we have really spurs us into all levels of new creativity.
You know, these people they're like an extension of my family, essentially, because I'm here with them all the time. And I think us being able to work so closely together, we really are able to give our clients just the best of all of us.
I mean, I think it says something too that we work in an office that is a home that's been converted into an office. So I sometimes joke, or when I bring clients here, you know, I'll say, you know, it's like I leave home and then I come home.
I moved to New Mexico in January of 1983, and at the time I thought I'd be here for 2 years. Well, here I am 30 years later. I love New Mexico. This community is unbelievable. I think it's one of the best places in the world to do business. People are so friendly and welcoming, and it's such a business-friendly environment, and it's a place where you can really make a mark. So it's why I've been here for 30 years, and I will be here as long as I'm here.
Up next, a clean car is a happy car.
What every child deserves.
To be safe in our home.
Food and clothes.
Not to be hurt.
A good education.
To grow up with our brothers and sisters.
To be loved, valued, and respected.
El Ranchito is a loving and stable children's home where brothers and sisters can live together as they grow into adulthood, or until they can be reunited with their families. With your help, El Ranchito de los Niños will continue its mission for years to come. Learn how you can help. Call us today.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? What makes one shop better than another? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. Experience? The more the better. Knowledge? Cars are complicated nowadays, and believe me, these mechanics need to know a lot. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives a mechanic to do the right thing every time. At American Tire, it's the first thing we look for in a mechanic. Of course they have the training, the certifications, the experience, and the knowledge. But heart is what makes it all work for you and for us. Our entire team is dedicated to professional service. We all know that's what it takes to bring you back. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you. Come ask for me by name, Doug Wilson. I'd love to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
Need office space? 3791 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho represents an outstanding value in office space in the heart of Rio Rancho's business district. With clean and versatile space available, 3791 Southern Boulevard is a 2-story office building and offers good visibility with signage opportunities for tenants. There's plenty of space available in the building and ample parking is provided at no additional charge. For more information, call David at 505-259-3706.
There's a whole science to having a shiny, clean car, as you're about to find out.
Rain Tunnel is a legacy company here in Albuquerque. It's been here for 40 years. It was started in 1972. One of the unique things about Rain Tunnel Car Spa is that we're located in all your major business centers. We're downtown Old Town, we're University Hospital, and now our new location is lab-based focused. When you come to Car Spa, you're going to find a chemistry that's all about being environmentally friendly and gentle cleaning to your car. We don't use harsh chemicals. We use spot-free rinse that's removed all the solids from the water before the water is applied. I'm proud to say I'm a scientist, and Albuquerque, in its history, we've got quite a few people here in town that are scientists. I'm an engineer by training, degree, and license. I think I bring a lot to the table in really having an in-depth understanding of how to apply certain formulas and soaps to a vehicle to get the absolute clean, but we don't want to stop just there. We have brought forward technologies in all 3 car cleaning centers, right, that we believe delivers the best and the cleanest, shiny car that we can offer the patrons here in Albuquerque. The wash process begins by first fully wetting the car. We soak the car with high pressure water first and foremost. And then we put a pre-soak on the car. And this pre-soak is a foam that's generated similar to shaving cream. Once we apply the foam, which creates this lubricity for us, then the vehicle moves on into rotating wraps that we have in the car. They are hydraulically driven, but they begin to spin, and this particular material is extended as foam fingers, and they are actually softly touching the car and removing this loosened film and dirt from the car. This material is a man-made synthetic. It's a closed cell foam where it doesn't retain water, it doesn't retain dirt, and you're continuously running water on the foam, keeping it rinsed, keeping it clean, but it actually polishes the car as well. We have another material that we use in the wash that cleans the horizontal surfaces, and this material has microfibers that are 1/100th of a hair follicle. This particular fiber is so fine that it's so soft, and when it's applied to the car, it does not scratch or harm these important paint finishes and clear coats on the car, but it moves very slowly across the top and the horizontal surfaces, and it cleans all the horizontal surfaces in the car.
We blow every car out. They'll take that red towel with the airlines, they'll blow out all the mirrors, all the crevices on the car that may leak water when you leave the car wash. Sometimes that runs down the sides, it looks terrible. We blow all that out, make sure all that's gone. Once they've done that, they'll enter the vehicle with the airlines again, and they'll blow in between the seats. They'll get the vacuum, and they'll start vacuuming the top of the mats. They pull the mats out, they'll vacuum the bottom of the mat. They'll put the mat back in the vehicle, vacuum the mat again. They'll start at the top of the seats, vacuum from the top of the seat to the bottom of the seat.
When I bring my car to Rain Tunnel, I notice that they do an efficient job, but they also take the time to make sure that my car is actually clean.
Well, I think that when I come here, I know that the service is going to be good. I also know that the quality, my car's going to be clean. I don't have to touch it up later. It's consistent. It's always that way.
While some companies are focused on cleaning your car, Rain Tunnel's primary focus is on shiny clean. Shiny clean, and the brilliance of that vehicle, I think, creates the greatest appreciation for the vehicle.
Up next, using solar power is less expensive than ever.
This month at Frost Mortgage, we are offering our clients 3.5% 30-year fixed-rate mortgages. Do you have a 3.5% mortgage? If not, call Frost Mortgage and get one.
It's the best of the best in the region. Albuquerque Business First Fastest Growing Company Awards. Join us for lunch Thursday, July 25th at Hotel Albuquerque. Don't miss your chance to mix and mingle with New Mexico's fastest growing companies based on the percentage of annual growth over a 3-year period. Find out who tops the list and cheer on your favorite fastest growing company. July 25th, 10:30 to 1:30 p.m. at Hotel Albuquerque. To register, go to bizjournals.com/Albuquerque. The best of the best in the region.
Solar power is a perfect solution for today's energy demands, and there's a solar company in Dixon, New Mexico that's plugging into the sun in a big way.
Solanas Solar in Los Ebanistas is located in Dixon, New Mexico in the Embudo Valley. This area is rich with history. Having our business here is a wonderful aspect because we do give that feel of we're a hometown place. You're going to know us by name. We're always going to be there for you, and we're here to stay.
Solanas Solar is a division of Los Ebanistas Incorporated, which is our construction business. We spun off Solanas Solar doing solar thermal heating systems for the homes that we're building and some retrofits. The project that we're at today is a system that we originally put in about 4 years ago and added onto it just this year. And it offsets the natural gas bill by about 90%. We have it hooked into a backup heating system run by natural gas, but it has cut the energy production by 90%.
The house was an existing home that we bought maybe 5-6 years ago that Mark Johnson had built originally. And after we were in it for a while, I told Mark I wanted to see if we could do thermal solar. I think in a part of the country like this where we've got just abundant sunshine, to take advantage of that resource is a good thing. We can run the whole house on solar, both hot water and thermal heat.
Solanas Solar is one of the few companies, and really the only one in the north, that we offer both solar thermal and hot water heat for houses and photovoltaic for grid-tied electrical systems.
What's neat about solar right now is that we believe that in about 3 to 5 years you'll be able to power your home from your roof or on your property cheaper than what you can buy energy from the local utility, which is very exciting and a new thing that we're trying to talk to our clients about and let them realize that solar technology is here, and why not put the sun to use.
It's time to dispel the myth that solar is too expensive. In just the last few years, solar costs have dropped about 2/3, making a residential system an 8 or 9 year payback and a business system 5 or 6 year payback. And then for the next 25 or 30 years after that, you'll have free electricity.
Behind us is one of our commercial jobs. This is Taos Charter School. It consists of 420 modules. And it's the community solar project. It's the first of its kind in New Mexico. The cool thing about this community solar project is that members of the Kit Carson utility will be able to purchase 1, 2, 3, however modules they desire in order to offset their bill at home. So what this system is doing, it's making energy here, even though it's not tied directly to your home, it's still offsetting your bill. For whatever energy it's making here at this location, you're able to apply that to your utility bill.
A good reason to, the reason to pick Solanas Solar is because of our varied abilities in the construction business and in solar, thermal, and our renewable energy, our plumbing and electrical expertise. And you want to hire a company like us who has all of those talents in-house. To put it all in a nutshell, to go solar, you save money, it helps your pocketbook. Even better than that, you're doing something for the environment, you're doing something for your kids in the future, for your children and your children's children. And that's a really good reason to go solar.
they say the water level in Elephant Butte Lake is down, and I want you to know that Who Rocks New Mexico traveled south to find out for ourselves the shocking truth coming up. It's been called the Jewel of the Desert, the largest body of water in New Mexico, surrounded by 200 miles of shoreline. And for camping, fishing, boating, water skiing, jet skiing, and just plain outdoor fun, the Elephant Butte Recreation Area is one big summer party for all ages.
What makes Elephant Butte Lake so great to recreate is the multitude of opportunities for people. There are many things to do on the lake. You can fish, there's swimming, there's wakeboarding, there's wake surfing, there's water skiing, and there's just hanging out. All those things are options on the lake.
Fishing right now is excellent here at Elephant Butte. Crappie, some of the biggest crappie I've ever seen come out of the lake has come out this year. I caught some from 1 pound to 2 pounds, and there was a 4-pound crappie came out of here.
We have most of the bass species represented in the lake. The striped bass is the big guy. They'll run this big, and they will. The lake record is 55 and change. There's also black bass, smallmouth bass, and the white bass. We've been in the top 10 in the country for white bass a number of years. We have some excellent guides here. These are the fishermen that are on the lake every day, whether they have a guide or not. They love to fish and they love to take people out and fish. The guides are very effective. When you go out with them, you generally catch fish.
This lake, whether it's up or down, doesn't make any difference. There's more shoreline here than you can even imagine covering in a day's time. And with it down like this, you have some sandy beaches that are just absolutely excellent to beach your boat and get out on and enjoy yourself.
Elephant Butte Lake is one of the few places in the country where you can come and park your tent or your RV right next to the water. You have your own beachfront property.
We've been coming here 20 years, and when we retired, we said that's where we're going to retire because we have the lake, the golf course, great shopping, and all kinds of off-roading activities and museums. When we first came here, the lake was full over the spillway, and we didn't have any beaches to camp on, and it was a little bit bigger lake, but even at the lowest level, this is the largest lake in New Mexico. Plenty of water, we don't have a shortage of beaches or anything. It's just a tremendous lake.
Well, that's Who Rocks for this week. I hope you liked the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. For more information on the Who Rocks segments or to find out how your organization can rock New Mexico, we invite you to go online to whorocksnm.com. I'm Richard Holcomb, inviting you to join us again next week for another Who Rocks New Mexico. Have a great week, everybody.